right. As a matter of fact, he coerced her into having sex with him. And one of the reasons that he did that was because, of course, he wanted sex. But he said in return, if she didn't give it to him, he would mess up her grades. He would doctor her grades. And furthermore, he also said that he would arrange it so that her siblings would be taken away from her mom.
And again, this sexual coercion, not
That's
an
right.
uncommon tactic, if that's in fact what happened here. Now, here's the wrinkle. The teen's mom told station WBTV that she believed the mom, was developing a relationship with him. She said, quote, "I really cared about him. He was here every day. He had a key to my house. I fed him. So I looked at it as a relationship," but he didn't. Yes, Sarah, no kidding, he didn't.
No, he didn't. And you know what? He's the one charged with a crime, but she's the more culpable one, in my opinion. She is the one...
More than he is?
Yes, she opened the door to this. She invited the man into the sanctity of her home. Look, we keep blaming the schools. We need to stop blaming the schools. Safety starts in the house.
I agree with you, but damn, any reason for a woman to blame a woman? I mean, come on now. This guy, he is alleged to be the perpetrator, not she. She, yes, was a allegedly unwitting dupe. She made horrible choices. I could say she's not mom of the year, but that guy's the perpetrator.
He is the perpetrator. He's going to pay for this. I mean, I think this is a pretty serious crime that he's committed over a long period of time.
Oh, this guy is a sexually violent predator.
I'm not discounting that.
I'm a defense attorney, and this guy is bad news. He was doing all the classic things that a bad guy does to try and get to the kids. He was grooming them. He was threatening them that if we didn't have sex with me, I'm going to get you away from your mom and dad. I'm going to take away your siblings.
I agree with you, but
these are all the classic things that a bad guy does to have sex with a child.
I agree with you, but guess where he was doing it? He was doing it at residences.
Yeah, right, with the mom who gave him the keys.
The mom.
Basically, the mom gave the keys to the bedroom.
Playing the mom and using some of the same devices against the mom that he used against the child.
And I'm sympathetic to that mom because she didn't even occur to her that this guy would be.
He's guilty of the crime. She's guilty of not protecting her daughter.
But let's be fair. The mom, again, you're I'm a little surprised at you, Sarah. You're taking aim at the mom.
You never know.
The two moms in a row you've taken aim at. There's any excuse to get at a mom. But she is not mom of the year, but she was manipulated by what allegedly seems to be a sociopath, very skilled in what he's doing. He really shoved down these kids' autonomy to the point that they couldn't tell the mom. I mean, he played this perfectly. Now, who knows what liabilities this mom had that he played upon, but he knew what he was doing.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what happens. Just like the way these pedophiles target the at-risk children that they go after, he obviously picked up on something in the mother that was a weakness that he could, manipulate as well.
That's right. Now, police say this guy had a reputation amongst the students for sleeping with students. So my question, Troy, why didn't you want to blame the mom? You want to blame the perpetrator? What about the school's role here? Well, if this guy was rumored, if they'd ever heard a rumor about that guy, did the school have an obligation to look into it?
They may have had an obligation to look into it if the rumor rose to the level of the administration. But I don't think it's the school that's necessarily at fault here. It's this guy. This guy was doing all the things.
This guy who's an assistant principal at said school, Rock Hill Schools, I'm just saying, if they heard rumors. Now, I know false allegations, Bobby, can destroy a teacher's career, and I want to protect our teachers. But doesn't the school administration have some way?
Well, yeah, and I think that many schools have in place procedures and prohibitions against administrator and teacher involvement with students on social media. You can't be friends with them on social media.
Can't go to the house.
Boundaries.
What about the house?
There are boundaries. Clearly, there were no boundaries in this case.
But also, high school, there's rumors. That's the mecca of rumors. There's the kids who have the hots for their, good-looking teacher. And so what, the school's supposed to launch a formal investigation every time rumors, spread around the campus?
The school can destroy someone's life if the rumor like this gets up and gets out, rather, and the administration starts willy-nilly investigating somebody.
Willy-nilly. To be fair, for all we know, the school did sniff around a little bit. I mean, I was raising that as a hyperbolic sort of idea that school has an obligation here. They may have fulfilled that obligation, and they may have done it in such a way as to protect his privacy and not really, we may not be aware of what
But here's the thing. We have competing interests, of course, like we always have, right? Privacy versus the law enforcement, whatever. Here, you have the interest of the teacher's reputation and his livelihood. But the other interest, the protection of the child against being sexually abused,
that should be
that is a heavier weighted.
Way more.
And you've got to always err in the side of going against protecting that against the interest of the person's reputation. So the teacher, his email should have been checked, his social media should be checked, and they should be monitored. And this should be standard part of a teaching profession nowadays.